Hi, I'm David Cantor, and I'm with the law offices of David Michael Cantor, and welcome to my blog. Now, a lot of people ask me why I got involved in law, and basically here's my story. My mom and my dad were both former prosecutors. So I was raised by two prosecutors. I swore I would never go into law, and after I got an undergraduate degree in psychology and sociology, I decided to go to law school after all. And while I was in law school, they had a thing in Arizona called Rule 38E. That's where they allow law students under the supervision of a lawyer to do trials. And I did numerous trials down in Tucson on DUI cases, and I won those trials, and I found that I was pretty good at trial. I eventually went to the City of Phoenix prosecutor's office, and I was there for 2 years, and while I was there I did 30 jury trials, and lo and behold, I never lost. I was told at the time I was the first and only undefeated prosecutor. And I basically was approached by a defense attorney and went to work for him, and I was purchased by him, so to speak, and I worked for him for about 3.5 years. And while I was doing that, I was winning an unbelievable amount of trials, and I just could naturally do those trials. Well, I eventually used my talents both while I was at the prosecutor's office and while I was working for this individual to get trained. I went to HGN school, or horizontal gaze nystagmus school. That's the eye test they use on DUIs. I went to DRE school, that's drug recognition evaluation, and that's all while I was at the prosecutor's office. I eventually taught judges seminars. I did a mock trial in front of 400 judges to teach them how a DUI trial should look. I did a DMV seminar where I taught the administrative law judges how DRE works so they would understand that. I did a mock trial at the Phoenix Police Academy to train Phoenix police officers. And I recently spoke at a child homicide conference in Las Vegas. And obviously that wasn't with DUI, that was more of a child abuse and false allegations of abuse. In regard to my experience, when I was 35 years old, I did my first capital murder trial. It was a double capital murder trial. Ended up saving that individual's life. Although he was convicted of lesser offenses, he did not get the death penalty. I also handled, a few months later, my first white-collar case involving $18 million in bonding losses and false financial statements that were filed. That was the allegations. All counts not guilty. And I just kind of naturally fell into trials. In regard to my office, basically what we do here at my law offices is we have a firm library that contains some of the most up-to-date manuals from the FBI, from all sorts of the forensic labs. We have everything ranging from accident reconstruction videos to deposition questions to be asked in sex abuse cases where false allegations are filed. My attorneys here average at least 10 years of experience doing criminal defense. We basically, or I basically, trademarked the term beyond aggressive. And people ask me, well, what do you mean by that? Well, I basically got tired of hearing other lawyers say that they were aggressive. And I was like, if they're aggressive, what am I? Well, we're beyond aggressive. And what that means is we don't just look under every rock. We think of new rocks to look under to find defenses. And if there's any way, although there's no guarantees in criminal defense, but if there's any way to get somebody out of something either factually or technically, we're going to find it. We're not going to lay back. We're going to look for those reasons and look for the justifications, and we'll find it on behalf of our clients.